Hi, everyone, and welcome to ICMP Songwriters Circle. We're doing a special this month for Black History Month. I'm Anjali Paramparaja, and I'm going to be taking you through some superbly talented songwriters tonight, some of which are our students and alumni from the Institute of Contemporary Music Performance. But also we have the amazing special guest, Jake Isaac, joining us, multi-instrumentalist, ridiculously brilliant songwriter from our lovely UK. So we are all doing this online from different places, and we hope you stay with us and enjoy an evening of lovely creative songwriting sharing. And hopefully everyone's going to tell you a little bit about their songs and little things and tidbits and chat that we have as musos hanging out in this virtual environment together. So without too much to say beyond that, we hope you stay with us. Feel free to put comments and like everything that's going on and become our greatest fans. Okay, everyone. So, yeah, I'm a singer-songwriter, a teacher at the ICMP. I've taught at the ICMP for about 100 years, so I know a lot of people. And I know I don't look it clearly. And I just love the ICMP and the fact that it encourages so much creativity across so many of its programs. I'm lucky enough to be teaching both on the bachelor's in songwriting and the masters in songwriting. So hello to my lovely students. Hello to anyone that's watching that I've taught in the past. I'm sorry. And yeah, I am a songwriter, a singer, a mother, a good cook, and I'm just in the process of putting an EP together, which I crowdfunded and taken the leap into releasing my own music after years of gigging. Maybe after tonight is not a bad decision. But yeah, and this is a song I'm going to sing now, which is from the EP, and it's about a love affair, and it kind of became about the love affair I have with music. I've been songwriting since I was a kid, but it took me a really long time and quite a long journey to find my way back to it. And I was very inspired last year. I went to Nashville with some of our lovely songwriting students, and Sophie and Jonathan, our tutors and program leaders and amazing people, and just had an amazing time in Nashville, just seeing people who do this day in, day out, and who own their craft, who collaborate, a total community of real beautiful souls who do a lot of amazing work behind the scenes. And yeah, it just inspired me to get my self together, really, and have some confidence to put some songs out there. So really as a songwriter, and that's what I've been doing this year, and I'm just about to be releasing stuff. And the title of the EP, which when it's going to be released, and the title of this song is called Yes to This. Okay. Let me speak simply for ease of clarification. You see, your existence represents a slight complication. What was I looking for, made for my soul? Didn't need no one to make me feel whole. Didn't need to walk down the street holding hands. Didn't need to find the yin to my yang. Didn't need to be completed. Most prior loves left me depleted. See, what I'm trying to figure out is how you managed to get underneath my skin. Thought I'd lock the door, but then you let yourself in. Don't know what to do with this, oh my God, baby, I don't know where to begin. So I think I'll start by saying yes. I'm saying, oh, I'm just saying yes, yes. I'm saying yes, yes. Oh, I'm just saying yes, yes. I've had some fakes and cheap imitations. Trained my heart to love within limitations. But you came along and somehow settled inside. not no reasons left or places to hide. See, what I'm trying to figure out is how you managed to get underneath my skin. Thought I'd lock the door, but then you let yourself in. Don't know what to do with this, oh my God, baby, I don't know where to begin. So I think I'll start by saying yes. I'm saying, oh, I'm just saying yes. I'm saying yes. Oh, I'm just saying yes, yes. Oh, 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 I'm just saying yes. I'm just saying yes. I'm just saying yes. Oh, I'm just saying yes. Yes. Yes.
Come on.
Excellent.
Cool. Yes, Liz, thank you. Oh, Jake, we're
Great.
such fans here. We're so happy to have you join us. Jake's going to be playing at the end of this round, and your journey's been quite incredible. I can't wait to talk to you about it in a little while and hear how things have gone for you. And lovely, lovely man to boot. So lovely. We're going to move first on to a person that I love, who is almost part of the ICMP furniture, because we love him. Hakeem Montague.
Hey.
Been on our undergrad, he's been on our masters, he's an alumni of the Institute and a very beloved, lovely soul. And Hakeem, we're just so happy to have you join us here.
Thanks for having me.
And I can't wait to hear what you're going to perform. So please tell us what you're going to do and a little bit about your songwriting journey, especially now that you've kind of left us, but not really.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still going to be here regardless. I'll find my way to come back. Well, my journey, I think since, in fact, the MA till now, I've got a band now called Red Paper Cranes. And we've got 4 songs that are now released. And yeah, I think my songwriting has actually developed since being on the MA and being in your class to help me with performance. I've been remembering a lot of stuff, so trying to keep what you've taught me going. But yeah, I'm writing loads more and just kind of developing like different ideas and stories and things like that, and trying to get a bit more deeper in what I used to write before. Because I remember my first song was called Cloud, which is this very hairy-fairy thing. But now I'm more centered and more focused. So I feel like I'm accomplishing my songwriter's medallion. So the song I'm going to do now is a song that I do with the band and is hopefully going to be on maybe our EP for next year. And it's called The Colour of Blindness. And it's basically about a song of denial and how I'm basically having a conversation with this person and they refuse to accept the truth of what it is. And I'm basically telling them, well, you know what? You want to be blind to the truth, so that's on you, mate. So, yeah, I hope you guys like it and can connect with it in whichever way possible. And especially in the time we're living in as well, where we've got so many things happening, especially like with the Black Lives Matter movement and everything happening in Nigeria, and even so it being Black History Month as well, and where we've, especially as Black people, trying to get our voice heard and get people to understand that we are people as well and not just, objects. and trying to let them be aware of certain things. So I guess this is another message to those who refuse to, you know, accept everybody in this whole world as one great big earthly family, you know. So yeah, so I'll play the song to you and I'll shut up. Truth and then tell me a lie, and then think to yourself, which one do you live by? You play my perceptions and throw me corrections, allowing your demons to show. Turning from wisdom will impair your vision. Take a step back and you'll see the color of blindness. It's the color of blindness. It's the color of, I don't care what you wanna say, what you wanna do, you ain't got no proof. It's the color of blindness. You don't have to say, but I know you can't see. I don't mean with your eyes, but with your heart and mind. But you will never be one with honesty. I wish I could say you're naive, but you tell me you're wrong. Hit me with your tongue. I'm bowing out, so I'm gone. The color of blindness. From the color of blindness. It's the color of, I don't care what you wanna say, what you wanna do, you ain't got no proof. From the color of blindness. I know it's hard to look upon your reflection and see the colors revealing what you are not. 'Cause trickery and deceit is gonna haunt you in your sleep. And the only truth I can tell is only you can save yourself. Trickery and deceit is gonna haunt you in your sleep. And the only truth I can tell is only you can save yourself from the color of blindness. From the color of blindness. It's the color of, I don't care what you wanna say, what you wanna do, you ain't got no proof. From the color of blindness. From the color of blindness. From the color of blindness. It's the color of, I don't care what you wanna say, what you wanna do, you ain't got no proof. From the color of blindness. It's the color of blindness.
Yeah. Beautiful. So,
Legend.
yeah. And knowing your journey. Beautiful. Beautiful. And so let us know again the name of your band, Red Paper Cranes, right?
Yes, Red Paper Cranes, and we're on
Awesome.
all social media, so you can find us.
All social media, everywhere. Brilliant. Beautiful. Really lovely to hear you, Hakeem. Thank you so much. And of course, we'll be hearing from you again as we venture through onto our second round later. So moving from the lovely Hakeem to one of our newer students, the wonderful Ajwa, who joins us having just recently started our masters. And I'm lucky enough to be teaching her and have been listening and loving her wonderful songs and her ability to do insane backing vocals in really beautifully crafted ways. So Ajwa, tell us a little bit about what you're going to do tonight and how things have been working for you as a songwriter.
Yes, hello. Thank you for your lovely introduction, Ange. So yes, my name is Ajwa. Ajwa Rose is my artist name. I've been songwriting for a long time, and I'm just very happy to be at ICMP, gathering all of the crafts and all the possibilities and all the things that have been done, and learning to get my songwriting to a next level. What I'm going to do tonight, I'm going to start with a love song. It's called, I actually just came up with the name. I think I'm going to call it Letter to Love, or something very simple. It's basically a love song to love. So it's not, it's a conversation, it's a letter to love. Instead of a love song being about someone else, it's about the relationship I have with love as a concept, and the way it doesn't always work out, the way I'm not always very good at loving and receiving love, and however I deal with that. So here it is. Love, you were never made for me, my love. Well, I'm so tired of being under the influence of your touch as you receive my love. You ain't never guaranteed, 'cause you are the reason that I'm crying, and you are the reason for my tears. But I'm not a lover of euphoria, and ever since I'm with you, I go high off of fear. And all of these lies that were told by you, well, I seem to walk in those steps and shoes. Well, I'm not the one to be wasted, no, I'm not the one to be fooled by you, And I'm not the one to be hasty, or give me a second or two, so you can see through that you are my jokes and you are my joy. So tell me, how could I ever have fallen for you, And you are my moonlight, you are my greed. So tell me, how could I ever have been so cruel to you? Said my honey. Well, remember when you last forgave me, honey. I said I'm still full of that crap, forgive me, honey. I never should have loved you, I'm so sorry, no, that I'm running shit. 'Cause I am the reason that I'm crying, and I am the reason for my tears. And I'm not a lover of euphoria, but ever since I'm with you, love the that were told by you, by you. Well, I seem to walk in your steps and shoes. Well, I'm not the one to be wasted, no, I'm not the one to be fooled by you, by you. And I'm not the one to be hasty, no, give me a second or two so you can see through. And that you were my jokes and you were my joy. So tell me, how could I ever have fallen for you, for you? And you were my moonlight, you were my greed. So tell me, how could I ever have been so cruel to you? Said my love, you were never made for me, my love. Said I'm so tired of being.
Woo!
Thank you.
Right?
He's like living his best life during that song.
Yeah.
Love it.
And it's just, yeah, it's lovely to hear you because it's nice to hear students sometimes because it's not so easy at the moment. This is a bit of a strange year, so it's lovely to hear people playing. This is still a wonderful thing to be able to share, albeit online. We hope everyone's having a lovely time listening to these talented folk. We're going to move on now to the wonderful Sully. Sully, you're going to tell us obviously a little bit about yourself. You're also on the Masters in Songwriting, aren't you?
I am indeed.
And another lovely who brings wonderful energy to the corridors of ICMP.
That's a nice way of saying that I'm annoying.
Not at all. You work with tutors and students alike at ICMP. You're very valued, so it's really lovely to be here doing your thing. So
Thank you.
Tell us everything.
Well, my name's Sully, and I was born in Spain to Nigerian parents. So yeah, I started singing at a very young and tender age in the choir at church, and then I moved cities and went to uni in Madrid, and then I chose to come to uni here, and I did another BA. So I just graduated the creative musicianship BA. And I also went to Nashville last year, and it was definitely a cathartic experience. I feel like me pre Nashville and me post Nashville are like two different.
Me too. It's a bit of a game changer, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like seeing, I don't know, just seeing all the craft and the weaving of words and it's just so masterfully made. And yeah, Humble and Kind is my I have like the recording, and whenever I feel too bad, I just go and listen. Laurie McKenna. So this first song that I'm gonna sing a ballad. I'm gonna sing what am I gonna sing? Never Been Replaced. So this ballad I wrote last year with Nadine, who also teaches at ICMP. And I'm gonna let you make the meaning of it. I feel like I'm not gonna tell you why I wrote it, but I'm gonna let it sink in. So this is Never Been Replaced. You're good, hiding the truth inside your little eyes. Guess I was in the grave. see. Heard you wake at midnight with his name right in your heart. 'Cause lately he's what ignites you. If only I could taste like vanilla, 'cause that's the only thing you truly love. But every time I dig a little deeper, I can see that beat is sweet is everything we are. 'Cause all I ask is for you to tell me all the things you meant between the lines. Sober up and say it to my face. Tell me I've never been replaced. Found the strength to say no. Now I'm lying alone, suffering from the right choice. If only I could taste like vanilla, 'cause that's the only thing you truly love. But every time I dig a little deeper, I can see that beat is sweet is everything we are. 'Cause all I ask is for you to tell me all the things you meant between the lines. Sober up and say it to my face. 'Cause I want you to turn around and realize that after all this time, I'm still the only one who ever treat you right. I'll gladly leave your past behind if you could only understand that trust and truth are all I ever ask for. 'Cause all I ask is for you to tell me all the things you meant between the lines. Sober up and say it to my face. Tell me I've never been replaced. Thank you.
That was so like you and Nadine, was it? She's. Oh yeah, are you there, Sully?
Yeah, sorry. I didn't hear what you said.
I said that was was that co-written, you and Nadine? You were saying.
Yes.
Hi Nadine, if you're watching, you're a talented, ridiculous person.
We love you, Nadine.
Yeah, but no, that's beautiful. So lovely to see you singing and playing. I don't think I've ever
Thank you.
had the pleasure to see you actually at the piano, and it's just, yeah, everyone's just kind of bringing their A game tonight, and
Absolutely.
and we can't, it's just such a lovely environment. I think when you know you're being appreciated by fellow songwriters, something clicks in, just a different form of your truth, being vulnerable, just letting the songs kind of come out of you. It's beautiful. And those who are watching, I'm hoping you're having a great time, but don't underestimate how nerve-wracking it is for all of us to perform, no matter how much experience you might have of doing this and how many times you might have played that song. It's like, it's always.
And I think that even more now that you're in like the online space, it's like a bit weird because like I'm singing to a screen. It's like I'm used to like having a circle of songwriters and feeding off each other's energy, and now it's like
You have to make your own energy.
Yeah, totally. But we hope everyone who's watching is having a lovely lift from all of this, because I think it's something that we so need, and we know this has been a difficult year for so many musicians. And quite life changing for so many people, and I think you just realize how connection can be held even in this kind of virtual space and this kind of presence, and how that can come through, particularly with original music. And it's so important to have people writing their songs and getting their truths out still, especially now. And having all of you, you know, continue your studies, or take that kind of mantle up, and come and learn with us at the ICMP, because we're just hearing so many talented people, as you will see from tonight. Every Songwriters Circle is always a revelation in terms of just, I think Jake's getting this vibe, just how incredible our students are. Yeah. And, you know, how inspiring it is for all of us tutors and students to just be in this space together. So thanks, everyone. This is such a beautiful moment, and I'm just loving sharing it with you all. So moving on to our lovely Trudy.
Hello.
She is here. She's in her third year of her BA. She's on her final run. Who knows? We might keep you. We might push you.
I hope so. If you'll have me.
Tell us.
So I'm really grateful to be doing this, especially as my music at a core, it's electronic music, and I write electronically. So especially for this, we've kind of taken it into a more sort of acoustic, or, you know what I mean, stripped down. So it's world exclusive for you guys to hear it without loads of heavy beats in the background, you know. The song I chose is the first song I chose to do is called Ribbons. And I wrote it at a time when I myself had gone through a lot of sort of mental health conflict, and I got to the end of it, and quite literally it's like, you know, the ties that were binding me were, you know, coming undone. And I thought it would be a good one for now because of everything that's going on in the world, you know, and that you know, the restrictions and the oppression, everybody's tearing off their, you know, their binds basically to get free. So this is Ribbons. I've been fooling myself into boxes, throwing myself down stairs. The kitchen knives are calling. I've been following them into their rust, but the wheels come off and the sun starts to fade. No one seems to notice me, but time is on my side. The ribbons are all coming undone. They're just coming apart. The ribbons are all coming undone. They're all falling apart. They're all coming undone. I've been walking through doors labeled toxic. I've been staring down barrels just for fun, but the rope broke off and the sand counts again, climbing down from higher seas right into my life. The ribbons are all coming undone. They're just coming apart. The ribbons are all coming undone. They're all falling apart. They're all coming undone. Ooh, ooh, just coming apart. The ribbons are all coming undone. They're all falling apart. They're all coming undone. And I'm no longer scared. Thank you.
So good.
Nice. That's going to be in my
Yes.
that's going to be in my head. Beautiful. And who's playing for you tonight? I know.
My lovely friend Spiros. You can't see him because we had to adjust everything. He's gonna come and get into camera.
Awesome playing.
We actually wrote this song together, and then went into production. So, yeah, he's co-writer to that.
Beautiful. Really lovely. Just a great way to work through all of that and come out the other side and have this beautiful song. Thanks, Trudy. Yeah, the amount of things and songs that I suppose are coming out of everybody this year. It's going to be an interesting year for songwriters, I guess. Everyone's kind of, okay, this is my therapy. I'm officially kind of using this time to say everything. And someone who hasn't said everything yet, but we're looking very much forward to hearing from him, is our wonderful guest tonight, the lovely Jake Isaac, who is joining us and guesting here. And is one of those ridiculously annoying people that plays lots of instruments and is lovely and songwrites and like you're having quite a journey, Jake. I'd love to hear a little bit more, and I think it'd be really inspiring to everyone to know kind of where your journey brought you in terms of now having these EPs and songs and albums that you've put together and played like everything on. Like he's one of those people, like
I don't play every instrument well, trust me.
Well, I mean, it sounds pretty good to me. But yes, obviously you had like a couple of different twists and turns, in your life, in and through music and other paths, and it's kind of brought you to where we're lucky enough to have you here now. So yeah, please tell us a bit about yourself, please.
Yeah, I haven't. I've been messaging. Obviously, people out there can't see, but I've been messaging these songs that you guys are singing and playing are so vulnerable and so bold. So yeah, they're strong. They just ooze strength, And I think it's because of how authentic they are. There's no like, oh yeah, you try to do that. It just feels like it's straight from your souls and it's honestly so humbling to be a part. This is my first ever Songwriters Circle, and it's just such an honor to be here, and I feel even more grateful to be able to do what I do. Totally. So thanks again for having me. I've been wanting to say something after each song, but I'm aware of time, so I just kept quiet. But I'm a musician. I grew up in South London. I grew up in church as well, but then I was a bit conflicted because I fell into like Michael Jackson and Prince, and I was just like, guys, there's more music out here, which is great. And so I grew up. I love Michael Jackson, particularly the Temptations and David and Jimmy Ruffin, and and Paul Simon's Graceland album had a massive impact on my life. I was a drummer, as a session drummer, playing for a couple of people. Found my way, somehow found myself I was in a writing session, writing for someone, and someone said I should give singing a try. 2 years later, I ended up at Glastonbury, and I've kept going. I'm still a drummer, but I'm just waiting to be found out. That's the story, really.
I think Jake, you've done quite well, my love. I think if Elton John's got you on his side, then you're doing all right, my friend.
Wow.
Oh, mate. Cheers for having me. Yeah.
Not at all. So we can't wait to hear. And also, you've had like a couple of recent releases. You had a collaboration with Tertia May. You had that out recently.
Yeah. As you could probably tell, I'm rubbish at selling myself. I did a little song recently. So I've just started. I wrote an album during lockdown, so I literally started writing. I wrote the album in the first 2 weeks of lockdown. and made it from home. And so the first single came out maybe like a week or so ago with a mate, Tertia May, and I'm enjoying making music. It's a privilege to make any form of music in a time like this, isn't it?
Yeah.
Totally.
And so the album's kind of, when's it due for the full release, or are you kind of dripping a few singles for?
Yeah, so we got one more single. We got a single coming out in November.
Oh, cool.
And then another one in January. There's a couple of features. Some features I'm really, really totally. It's just been crazy. Like just a privilege. Just the peeps that have been up for working with me on this album. And so that happens in the last single's in January, and then the album's like end of Feb, beginning of March, and then all being well, tour this time next year.
Oh, amazing. I mean, it's just to be that productive in such a kind of difficult time. I think, everyone's had to find their own way with it. Some people have gone inward, other people have managed to put something out there. I salute anyone that's been able to have that confidence to keep crafting and pushing on. It's brilliant, Jake.
Cheers, eh? Yeah, it's not easy, but we're all trying, aren't we?
For all of us. So yeah, let us. What's your first song going to be then for us?
Oh, is it my turn now?
Yeah.
It's everyone. Oh my goodness. Real professional I am, as you can see.
Yeah.
So it's actually an old tune. I thought there was one more person to go. No worries. I'm sorry.
It's nice to have a chat and hear how you're doing with everything.
Are we good? You can hear the guitar still. It's an old tune. Historically, I've been rubbish at the whole love thing.
Oh.
And so this is kind of in that narrative and of finding something that works. And yeah, it'll make sense. It's called You and I Always, and honestly, I hope you like it. Never a river ever runs so deep as the love I have for you, the love I have for you. Never a song be sung the way I feel with the love I have for you, the love I have for you. Truth be told, I never felt this way. And darling, no, I might make mistakes, but I'm willing to love you for the rest of my days. If you're willing to trust me, please don't be afraid. To have and to hold and never let go, and we'll be old and gray, but in love, 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 you and I always. I thought I knew true love before you. Then I realized in time what I was waiting to find. I could stand on my own, but I'd rather stand with you, with a promise and a vow for the rest of my life. Truth be told, I never felt this way. And darling, know I might make mistakes, but I'm willing to love you for the rest of my days. If you're willing to trust me, please don't be afraid. To have and to hold and never let go, and we be so in love, 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 love. You and I always. There you go.
Woo!
Excellent.
Yes.
Just
Amazing.
We're all just like, I don't think I can get over that. That's just,
Oh my God.
yeah.
Just so
You really,
incredible.
you really should just drum. I don't think you can.
I agree.
no.
I mean, just
And just pure sarcasm.
yeah. I mean, like the first bar, everyone else that you wouldn't have seen because you're kind of like in your zone with the eyes closed, and everyone just like,
Yeah.
We just, especially at the end, it's like it's just so gospelly.
Yeah.
the little
We love it.
chords. I like that. I'm into my chord
Cheers.
sections. But yeah, Jake, absolutely. Oh, it's just so wonderful. Gosh, I've kind of got goosebumps, and I need to try and.
Virtual goosebumps, hey.
We hope you've just, you so deserve the journey you're on, man. Like, it's beautiful, and it's important that people that have talent get that platform, because it doesn't always work that way, so it's just lovely. And we're so lucky to have you
Hey.
guesting. We hope it's not the last time.
It's an absolute honour.
Yes.
Yeah,
We are going to find out where you live, and we are going to basically make you have coffee with us, co-write with us.
you know what? My only wish is that this was actually like COVID wasn't happening. We could all do this in the room, because I'd love
Yeah.
to be with you guys.
Well,
Love
we-
that.
Yeah.
That happened,
Amazing.
Jake. You've said
I-
it, everybody. He said it online. It's there.
I just want to say, we're gonna just following up on what Ange said. We're just gonna do like the internet meme that Sia is trapped in Beyonce's basement writing songs for her. That's what we're gonna do with you.
Yeah.
We'll just trap you at the bottom of ICMP.
Oh man.
We'll still let you release your songs, but you will be ours. Is that?
No problem. The Harry Potter vibe. No problem.
Yes, exactly. Oh, just beautiful.
Cheers,
And so, when in November, when does your next single drop? Do you have a date?
yeah, so I think it's like the 23rd, 27th, 27th.
Okay.
27th is the next single, and it's called Eyes for You. And yeah.
Wow. Beautiful. Eyes for You. Looking forward to that. And again, congrats on getting music done and down in this time. Brilliant.
Cheers.
I seriously don't want to go next, but I'm going to. I just want to sit back and listen to everyone. It's just so amazing.
I'd like to thank you all for coming to my living room to
Yeah.
give me a concert, because that's what it feels like. Thank you.
I kind of want to go and lie down on that daybed right now.
Yeah.
Just kind of like let those vibes just flow. It's beautiful, and it's nice to see. We've got a few of you at the Institute as well. If anyone's in the Institute building, some of these guys live. We just want to give a quick shout out before we start our next round. We're going to go around everyone one more time to get a little bit more of our songwriting juice from everyone. But we must say thank you again to our wonderful Sophie Daniels, who is at the helm of putting these songwriter circles together and lives and breathes this format. And it's always an inspiration whenever we do it, whether it's with students or whether we do our tutor specials. It's always just an incredible sharing experience. And also to the wonderful Lassa Chorus, who is part of our marketing team, who is just quite a fabulous person and plays drums too, Jake. So you guys can, have a little chat offline with Lassa. And I just want to say thanks, Lassa, because you put so much together and you've made so many things work this year for us in this online format, and you just never seem to frown. You just seem to always have a smile on your face and put everyone at ease and just go above and beyond. We know we've got loads of events going on this week, so thank you again to Lassa and the team that are doing all of this, all our wonderful sound engineers helping everyone at the ICMP. Thank you. So moving on, this is my second and last song. This is actually quite an old song as well for me. And when I knew I was hosting this, it kind of became a really obvious choice because we're obviously doing this with regards to Black History Month. And this song I wrote a long time ago, well, a few years ago. And it's one that is very relevant now, and I feel it has been quite relevant this year. And it was born out of many experiences of a lot of traveling to places where I felt like it was a shame that Indigenous cultures hadn't been really honoured enough. I've travelled to lots of places, from the States to Australia, to New Zealand, across Africa, just lots of wonderful places. And also, I think the experience that I have, that I feel, again, it's your truth and what you bring to your songwriting, is that I was first generation British Sri Lankan, so born and bred in London. But I had to watch the struggles that my parents went through when they came here, you know, to take up jobs, highly qualified people back in their country, back in Sri Lanka, and coming here and forging a life, which has been obviously a real challenge. And I think now that I'm a parent as well, I understand how challenging that really must have been, confronted with a lot of racism growing up, and, you know, senseless kind of violence against us and those around us, and just what that meant. And I think how much you own that experience, but you don't always feel like you can share it. And I think this year has kind of lifted the lid a little bit on that for a lot of people. And I think it's opened the eyes of a lot of people who might have thought, well, we're tolerant and respectful, and actually no, but there's still a lot of assumptions going on about how you think things work. And also, you know, looking back on what's happened to my parents' homeland, Sri Lanka, and what, you know, sometimes the effect of imperial and colonial kind of rule can do to countries in terms of power, and sometimes stripping away the raw beauty and, you know, resources and culture of a place. So, there you go, people. It's not a love song. So, yeah, this combines a little bit of heritage of mine and a little bit of a story, I guess, to that, and it's called These Men. Okay. So if you want to, you can sing along, guys. I won't hear you, obviously, but you can sing a little drone along that. These men, they travel over the lands, looking for blues to steal. Many times your song is sung when you are young. Your song is sung, but your sound is sealed. He'll stop by to smell your buds as his friend stoops to pluck your petals one by one. Oh, one by one, how easily you slip, so easily. They can't believe their luck. Oh, 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 the ascent could be so mighty, one new life they would bring. Couldn't wait to shed my primal skin and wear the cloak they gave me, with mirrors reflecting their glory, with mirrors reflecting their glory deeds. Oh, oh, Think it through, do you have the time? Think it through, do you have the time? Oh, but will we regret and cry for the souls that will die? Is there blood, yours and mine? Is there blood, yours and mine? They never told me, never said. All the promises were in my head. Did I not hear? Did I not see? Didn't know what to do when they came. No. So I bowed down to these men. Oh, oh,
So good.
Can I do the choir arrangement for that song?
I've already done it. It's on my. It's actually going to be on the EP, and I've been doing all
Like
the
a
back and
live
vocal.
choir arrangement.
Yeah, man. I'll always say yes to that. And yeah, no, that was a tune of mine called These Men that will be on the EP. And, yeah, transcribe it, Sully.
Beautiful.
So yeah, gosh, yeah, that's a full-on one to share. So thanks, guys.
When you do it live with the choir, I want to come and see it.
Me
please.
too. I want to sing with you.
Please, I
The
will.
lights off, the choir comes in. Oh,
Yes.
they're not even saying they're just
Amazing.
humming it.
Yes.
And then the lights turn on, and then on the piano.
Yeah.
He's got it. The man's got it.
Make
I'm
it
getting-
happen.
I'm literally getting goosebumps.
Oh, no, I have to say the BVs that I did, I've done all my own BVs on the EP. So because of the logistics, and also it's been so much fun and such a learning curve to do your own backing vocals. My God, you get to know your song
Oh yeah.
and tune you sing at 10 o'clock at night. And I have to say that my band, I have to give them a shout out because when I first brought that tune to them, it was kind of a different, more intimate thing, and they put this hard kind of slightly Portishead vibe groove on it, and it just killed me. And it was like, yes. So that one I'm really looking forward to putting out when it's done. So thank you guys, and yes, please come. I won't pay you, but you don't mind, and come and be in the massive choir, directed by Sully. Yeah, thank you. So that was These Men. So moving on from this woman to the next man, which is the wonderful Hakeem. So Hakeem, what are you going to do for your second song?
I would love to say I'm going to put on a full-on concert, but I can't. I'm going to do another song that's hopefully going to be on the next EP in 2021, and this one is called Black. In brackets, Story of the Unknown Orb. A little backstory. So basically, I wrote this song about this figure that I saw in an anime movie, and it just triggered the world of inspiration for me, and I ended up bringing this little thing to life. So in this song, I'm pretty much just embodying him as much as I can. Sassy little creature, but yeah, just kind of bringing him to life, really, and also trying to relay a message that, you know, speaking on, like, if I was this thing, and I guess, you know, as everybody in this world would say, you know, I am who I am, and I am me, and I'm comfortable with myself, and I'm not going to allow other people to try and define me as what they want me to be, kind of thing. So hopefully that comes across. But yeah, this is the song I'm going to do next.
Beautiful. Okay.
Tell me your truth and then tell me your... Sorry, wrong song. I am feeling black. I can see the cracks in my skin, what lies within. Compared to my grain, I won't put on a show. Some looks can be guile, yet all the while I'm still black. I may appear dim, but if I show you too much, you'll see all my perplexities. Inside my sphere, there is no fear. This is my world I have made on my own. Trust and believe, understand me. This is my vision of reality. Can't you see? What does it mean when the snow's falling down in the streets? When the moon turns its back on me, tell me what the hell do you see? When your mouth dresses you up with lies, tell me what's before your eyes. It's a feeling that I feel. The wheels in my head tick clocking the questions that's been spin in my mind, cannot rewind. Somehow they slip through the gaps in my teeth. Up in the air, they stop and stare at me. Can't you see? What does it mean when the snow's falling down in the streets? When the moon turns its back on me, tell me what the hell do you see? When your mouth dresses you up with lies, tell me what's before your eyes. It's a feeling that I feel. I know it sounds complicated, but it's just the way I am. You can't define me, 'cause I'm just being me. But it's impossible when I just don't give a damn, 'cause out my circle's where you'll be. So just turn around and leave. Yeah. Can't you see? What does it mean when the snow's falling down in the streets? When the moon turns its back on me, tell me what the hell do you see? When your mouth dresses you up with lies, tell me what's before your eyes. It's a feeling that I feel. Yeah. Can't you see? What does it mean when the snow's falling down in the streets? When the moon turns its back on me, tell me what the hell do you see? When your mouth dresses you up with lies, tell me what's before your eyes. It's a feeling that I feel.
Beautiful, Hakeem. What a
Thank you.
strong, beautiful chorus as well. Yes. Love it.
Thank
It's just
you.
all gorgeous. Oh, I mean, like, I was just thinking, like, you know, there's some compliments flying around here, all of us and people that support us and are doing lots of amazing things behind the scenes at ICMP, and I'm just thinking like everybody is wearing their crowns right now, and it's just beautiful. It really is. Yeah, just thanks, Hakeem. It's so lovely to have just that level of expression.
Thank you, Sarah. And I loved your song. I mean, I think that's one of my favorite songs from you I've heard so far. Like, I've not heard you sing that beautiful for such a long time, and that song is just so like vulnerable and so like crystal and pure. Like, I absolutely love it so much. It's so great. But I really want to be in that choir. So, Sally, sign me up.
Trust me,
Yeah.
I did it last year. I will do it again this year.
Right.
No,
First recruitment.
I don't have a choice in this, do I? Like, I mean, I would love it, but I can't argue at this. This is just, yeah.
This is just like when a fan does like a cover of your song. You can't. What do you say to that? You can only accept it. It's just that we're gonna force our cover onto your performance with our choir.
It's okay. I mean, I'm going to bring my scores though, Sally, and I'm going to be like, listen, make sure you get the 9th in there.
Like, are you sure that color is what? Well, it's your intention, it's your song, so I'm not gonna go there. But yeah, I'd love to do it.
Oh, well, I mean, it is funny. It's one of those songs where that chorus was very much heard as a kind of chorus of people of that protest, and you know, it's one of those.
And even the chanting, I feel like the chanting at the beginning, it's like very, very, I don't know, very.
It's mesmerizing.
Very. I was gonna say Phrygian, but mesmerizing might be the word.
Jake's going to get all in this. It's like, come on, Jake, give us some Locrian. Things make me happy. But no, I mean, like, yeah, it's one of those things that, again, that my heritage and my upbringing was classical music. I did great. Like, I did my grade 8 too, Jake. We can wear that badge, piano and violin. But I also had like Indian dance and what we call Carnatic vocals. And like, I think, but this is the thing. Sometimes people then go, are you going to do Indian songs? And it's like, no, actually, I'm not. This is the one time I've used my heritage for good. No, but I mean, you know, the one time I felt it was relevant, you know, as opposed to kind of it being, oh, well, I fit this box, therefore I have to do this. And I know so many of us feel that way. So in different ways. So, you know, this one felt meaningful to do that on, you know.
I think you did well in this song.
Thank you. Well, it kind of came as a consequence of doing it live, and then I put it on the album. No one's going to play that because it's going to make it like 5 minutes long. But I just felt like, again, that's your truth. You know, it felt like the expression. But anyway, enough about that. Hakeem, that was beautiful. And we're now moving on to the lovely Ajwa. So glad you're on our master's program. We might keep you in the basement with Jake as well. So what's your second song going to be for us, my lovely?
My second song is it's a song I wrote a few days ago about I've just been thinking about my generation, our generation. I mean, I don't know to what age it really will be, but anything under me anyway, and I think up to 30 or something.
Oh man.
Who or maybe 20, who has the generation that has grown up being majorly influenced by the social media and Instagram and Facebook and whatnot. I should say generations, really. It's about kind of, we get criticized for it a lot, for being how we are and being online and not having a vision and stuff like that, which is in ways it's true. We get lost and we're online but in ways we have qualities, and as a generation we're very curious, we're very open to talking to each other, we're very open to hearing what other people have to say, we're opening conversations that haven't been talked about, and I think we should make use of our platforms and of our abilities and the way we are, instead of criticizing ourselves and comparing ourselves and hating ourselves. There's a lot to talk about these days. So this is called The Clever Kids, which is what we are. Or what we call ourselves, whatever. These days, I wanna call my mother and make more time for my we are the clever kids, but we remain what my mother calls lost. We don't care a bit just to share a bit. We all share our shit. We are egoistic. We want 20K on a pretty page. We all empty hearts with pretty faces, but we're more than algorithms and television, more than competition and criticism. We all have our ambitions and opinions. We should just talk and listen more these days. We're more than nothing, just made to believe we have it all. And so we say we are the clever kids, but we remain lost. Even though the future seems so bitter, it's all in our own hands. Consider to talk about racism, sexism, and religion, understanding the system we live in. So let's talk about Nigeria, talk about Liberia, talk about the Uyghurs imprisoned in China, talk about the fighting all over Libya. These are the engines that we are living off. So how about America? That is what we dreamt of, living for the stars. But how about the president? I don't know how this mess began. I don't know where our feelings went, and if they ever were, or only over Instagram, where we choose to hate ourselves and everyone around us. Nothing's ever good enough, but how about the future of these days? I wanna call my mother. She'll say we're lost, and now we should aim to be the clever kids. And tonight I'll pray for us. I'll pray for us.
Beautiful.
Woo, beautiful.
There's a lot of love going on here
Wow.
for the
Wow.
for the Ajwa. I think that's what I to you. It's like, look at Sully's face right now. Like we're all there. Like
I'm
he's just like, I'm
I'm just like I've been lucky enough to co-write with. We wrote a song last week, and it's just a matter of how you're in a room with her, and you're writing a song, and it's like your brain like just yeah, that's it. It's like I'm just gonna sit down and listen and just do your magic. Yeah, I'm such a fan of you, Adra.
Thank you, Silly. Thank you all. We all do what we do, don't we? I love everything I'm hearing. It's amazing. I'm proud of all of us. It's great. And we're sharing, and that's what we should be doing. So let's go. Thank you, guys.
and I'm sure you're doing all your fellow master's students proud, my lovely. Um, you know, and I was saying just behind the scenes to those of us on the chat with those of us performing tonight is that Adja was really like so lovely and always so keen to learn in the workshops where we're doing. She was like, Angie, I'm taking it all down and just going in. And it's like, love, we all have stuff to learn, but you're like, you're kind of there. It's gorgeous, like just yeah, and that these fully formed songs that you've just done, like in the last couple of days, or it's just like yeah. I hate it when people say that. They're like, I just wrote this song, and you're like, it's not going to be rubbish, is it? It's just going to be unbelievably brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is a song I wrote 100 years ago because it's taken me that long to get it to the point where I'm performing it for you. And you guys just rock up and you're like, yeah, this is just so fresh. I don't even know what it is yet. And everyone's floor, like, jaw hits the floor. But yeah, we're just, oh man, I feel like I'm in highly esteemed company here tonight. I'm really loving it. So moving from the lovely Ajwa to Sully, can you kind of get back into the zone after that? Because like every time you hit like that octave, I was there with you. I was like, and I was like, I'm just gonna check Sully's face right now. Like, oh my goodness.
I've been thinking, what do I sing for the second song? What do I sing for the second song? And I'm gonna sing a song that I haven't played in 2 years.
Wow.
But it's a conversation with my mother. My mom's probably watching, so hi, mom, from the house. But this was my first single. It's called Lessons, and it's pretty much a recap of what I've learned from her. My mom and I have a really, really close relationship, and it's especially the older that I've grown and the much more of an adult I become. It's we have a kind of like my mom and I against the world relationship. It's like sticks and stones may break my bones, but my mom's here, and vice versa. It's like we're a team. And when I wrote this song, it meant something. But the more I grow, the more I look back to it, it means much and more deeper. So yeah, this is Lessons. God, I haven't sung this song in so much, so if I make a mistake, you're gonna forgive me. But it's just that when I just said like I'm gonna call my mother, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna sing Lessons. Like that's my signal. Like I have to sing Lessons. All right, okay. Well, this is just a simple song, but all the things I learned. Mama said, don't worry, boy. Some things just come and go. Well, lesson number one, you've got to learn how to let go. Grew up in the streets, wondering where my place was. Didn't fit in anywhere, couldn't find the right note. is a journey. It ain't always easy. You gotta keep trying, you gotta keep fighting, you have to believe it. It's all about choices, it's all about mistakes. You rise and you fall, you must stand up tall. Give all that you got, cause life is a journey. It ain't always easy. You gotta keep trying, you gotta keep fighting, you have to believe it. It's all about choices, it's all about mistakes. You rise and you fall, you must stand up tall. Give all that you got, cause this is just a song about all the things I've learned.
Oh my God.
Let me sing with the legs. I haven't sung it in so long. I even forgot the lyrics, and I had to like make them up on the way.
Tell us that. You were like spellbound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have known.
No,
That was
That was
beautiful.
amazing.
Thank you.
so beautiful. Like, it's so amazing because especially when I hear songs like that, and I think, God, I really hope my kids feel like that at some point in their lives. You know, the power of the mum, and you know, she's done a good job. Sully's mum.
Mom, I love you.
Mama did good.
If that's the kind of tribute you get, then that's beautiful, man. And, yeah, just absolutely gorgeous. And I love
Thank
it,
you.
the resilience and, you know, all these lessons. And it's, as you say, like that song is like a fine wine, Sully. You know, it's like, it's one of those things, like you say, as you go through time, it's kind of more and more things come from that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, Mum, he was listening to you, so that should feel good.
It's really crazy because I feel like, especially in my late teenage years, so I moved cities to go to a different university, you know, and it's like I really wanted to like get away from like the parental control and like living in the same roof. And I feel like had I not learned all these things had I not had the upbringing that I had, I wouldn't have been able to survive in the first place. Especially because I don't know, like when you move up cities and you're like 17 and the world is at your feet, and it's like if you don't have that, I call it like moral compass that's installed by your parents. If you don't have that moral compass, it's just so easy to like
Get lost.
get carried away.
Yeah.
So yes, I love you, Mom.
Oh,
That's amazing.
really well done, Sully. It's
Thank you.
wonderful. So, wow. I'm very touched hearing that. I have to say, I have to take a second, just be like, that's really
I've
nice.
still got the melody in my head as well.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the next time if we ever get in a room together, guys, to do this live, we're just going to be like tailing off each other's songs. It's going to be
Yes.
amazing. He's going to teach us all the parts. He's going to be like, right, guys, this is the full part harmony I want you to memorize on the sound check, and then sing. But yes, so lovely, Trudy. It is your
Hiya.
time. You don't have to.
It's come round already.
Yeah.
And to remind myself that you're not giving me a private concert, basically. Yes, that was beautiful. Everybody was amazing. I was just so engaged and so touched by everybody's songs. The song that I'm going to do is a song called Changing Times. And I feel like it's to theme of kind of connection with heritage and I suppose mothers, you know. It's a song that I wrote. It's taken different lives, changed different styles and genres over the years, and now is like sort of an electronic song, which, like I say, we're doing acoustically for you. And it's very self-explanatory. It's my observation of everything that's going on in the world, and the fact that as one of the older heads, you know, it's not new. Like I lived through the Gulf War and the first one and then the second one and then everything else, you know, and I just feel like we're just like in this loop, you know. I should also say that all my songs, I'm working on a musical theater show And so all my songs are actually from the electronic musical theater show. So there is that quality about them. And this song is normally performed by several people. It's one of the opening songs of the show. So it's actually sung by an ensemble, but I'm gonna try my best to do it just me by myself.
Beautiful. What's the name of the
Yeah.
show, Trudy, that you've written?
It's called Tin Musical. You can find it at tinmusical.com. It's still, obviously with COVID and everything, it's still in operation, but we were really fortunate to get like early funding from Arts Council and PRS funding and stuff like that. So slowly coming together. And part of what we were supported to do was to work with 3 of the main tribes that my family come from in Zimbabwe.
Oh, wow.
And which Sully was so kind. We also worked with the choir to work with the Ndebele choir master that came down to work with us. But this song is with a Shona man. Called Linus Wangara, who's actually a spiritual leader. We call them Nyangas, and he does like healing prayers and stuff. So, and what with me being an orphan, a lot of my prayers are orphans' prayers. And so this is one part of the orphan prayer, and it connects itself. So, so he will open for us. And this is Changing Times.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Woke up this morning, there was a voice talking to me about the dying revolution. Well, it's the same old story been going on before me, a world full of destitution. Prayed that the new day was dawning and my warm skies wouldn't disappear. In the heart of every man, let there be this resolution. Protect yours, but still be part of the solution. The soul is infinitely cut from the preciousness we kill with pollution. Our free beauty we tear down so brutally. Trapped are we in this contradiction. The earth keeps on spinning around and turning her other cheek with her weather. She protection all upon the earth. Pain and strife, let's be the first for changing times. Let's stop the hurt, stop the fights. Let's be the first for changing time. Woke up this morning, there was a voice talking to me about the crying evolution. Well, it's the same old sad story been going on before. I was full of confusion. Prayed that the new sun was growing and warmer skies would make it clear. In every woman lies the seeds of our absolution. Where love blooms, we can be part of the solution. The message has got to be clear. Time we are taking is long, I fear. We tear down, we wear down our little sphere. Clock that is ticking must be a deed. Like children ignoring what's already here. Open your eyes and hold on to your tears. Wind, it's been saying that change is here. The message has got to be clear. All upon the earth, changing time. All upon the earth, pain and strife. All upon the earth, pain and strife. Let's be the first for change in time. I'm so glad I pulled it off because I was moving through a lot of people's voices, but I'm glad you enjoyed it.
That was sick. It gave me massive Kanye West Sunday choir.
I'll take that as a compliment.
100%. Like just having 100 voices in there and just like
yeah. That's the idea. It's the village singing. The Zimbabwean village.
Love it.
Wait to see this play.
Same. I would love to see
Well,
this.
go and check out my website so you can get like little hints, tinmusical.com, and you get like loads of visual imprints. It's there's some really cool people working on it as well. So
all power to you, Trudy, for getting this off the ground, for getting the funding. Because even that, like, you think, it's about writing the music. No, it's not. It's about that and 100 million other things. And again, that resilience that even Sully had in his song. Like, we have to have it doing what we do for a living, and to get something like that and then be the kind of person that invites and works well with others and has that collaboration, and that gives you like Jake was saying as well with the collaborations that he's had, like good people attract beautiful opportunities, so really happy for you, Trudy, and we'll definitely
amen to that. Amen to that.
That's why no one works with me anyway.
Oh, I don't believe that for a second. Not after that last song.
You're a busy woman, and stop blaming us. You're the busy woman.
The kids. That's my plan. But now, yes, we're getting to the end of our evening, gorgeous people. I hope everyone's just had a great time being part of this. We are all kind of just fizzing here off the vibe that is being created by this wonderful energy, and we are rather excited to hear not just one but two songs from Mr. Amazing Jake Isaac. Obviously, we're just so privileged to have you as a guest. I know I keep going on about it, but like everyone here is kind of officially in love with you. So it's difficult in your personal life. You're gonna have to deal with it. And I think you will have many people who aren't already fans being fans for the foreseeable future. And we're just so happy to have you here and wish you so much in everything that you're doing and your journey. So yeah, it's over to you now.
Thanks so much again to these amazing people who've sung such stunning songs and heartfelt songs. Honestly, I'm not saying it as just like, oh yeah, well, it's lovely to be here. I'm saying it. I mean it. Thank you for having me. I really do mean it. I don't know what that voice was. It's just the first thing that came up. Yeah. I'll just crack on. Where is that smile? Look in those eyes. See all those nights you cried, those tears. Where have you been? And what have they done? How did they turn your soul so dark, so dark? Let me carry you. I'll carry you. Let me carry you. Safe here in these arms, I'll carry you. I know this hurts. Yes, life hurts sometimes. But please Remember these my words. Let me carry you. Let me carry you. Oh, I can carry you. Safe here in these arms, I'll carry you. Oh, if only we could go to the way things were. Back to the way things were. Don't you dare let go of the way things were. Who would have known that we'd meet one day, and I'd sing this just for you, my dear, my dear. Hey.
Wow.
It was fun for this, sorry about that. I've do you know, if I'm really honest, I've had massive imposter syndrome being in this songwriter circle.
Oh my goodness.
No, just hear me, guys. Just take your time. Just listen. All right. Do you know what it is? I know that I feel like there is the industry that we're in, and just the world we're in, the social media. So like what I just saw was about. There's such a pressure. There's such a sense of, oh yeah, well look what so and so's doing. Oh, everyone's doing it. Oh, amazing. I wish. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking for myself. You guys are all professionals. But like, for me, I'm just like, it's such a temptation to look over your neighbour's wall and be like, oh, look at their grass. And then the reality is, you get over there and you realise it's turf. But like, it's just, I feel like even just being here, like, man, nothing justifies one doing something and doing something. It's. I honestly feel it's whatever we end up doing, in whatever capacity as creatives, it's always a privilege. And so, like, yeah, I suppose that's just my way of saying, man, it's such an honor to do this, and let alone, yeah, just to kind of close this off, and because I honestly still see myself as a drummer.
Because that must mean you're just amazing at it all. But we have been spellbound. I mean,
but yeah, I'm just being honest. There's a great saying actually. Just in terms of, as it just sounds like there's been a lot of like co-writes and whatever else. One wise friend of mine, he said, collaboration brings about innovation. And there's something you get from working with someone else that you can't get on your own. True. And sometimes it's really easy to be put off it because you don't want to be vulnerable or be embarrassed when you're working with other people. But if you can see past that and see it as you're not competing, rather you're building together, you can always get something more than what you bargained for. But anyway, I'll crack on and sing a song. This is a song I wrote maybe like 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago, a year and a half ago maybe. I was in the back of a tour bus. I was on tour. I was doing a solo tour around Europe, UK. I was doing a UK Europe tour again, which is privilege. And then I had a guy called Joel Baker supporting me, and he's a great songwriter, great lyricist. You should check him out. And we just wrote the song in the back of a Mercedes Sprinter splitter van, somewhere in Germany. And then I put the song out, and it's done really well. I don't know how that works, but I figured I'd play it for you guys just to close out. And thank you so much again, for having me. And massive love to all you other guys who've sung your hearts out. Yeah.
When the lights go down and the crowds have all gone home, and I lay my head in a bed that's not my own, I say a little prayer that the good Lord keeps you safe, as I count the days till I'm there to keep you warm. I'll be thinking about you, I'll be thinking about you, I'll be thinking about you, oh, be thinking about you. When the world is on my side and I'm all good, and I'm out here living all the dreams you said I would. Please believe me when I say that you're the only one on my mind. Oh, you're the song I come around back to every time, every time. I'll be thinking about you, I'll be thinking about you, I'll be thinking about you, oh, be thinking about you. Darling, I'll be thinking about you, I'll be thinking about you, I'll be thinking about you, oh, be thinking about you. Days when sun no longer shines, the thought of you keeps me in the light. When all the friends I had are gone, oh, you'll still be there for me when I get home, I get home. I'll be thinking about you, I'll be thinking about you, I'll be thinking about you, darling, be thinking. I'll be thinking about you, oh, be thinking about you. When the crowds they all go home, I think about you. And when the lights they all go down, I'll be thinking about you. Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Amazing.
All the little cheeky chords
Incredible.
you put in there, Jake. It's not lost on us. We're hearing those beautiful little substitutions. Makes me very happy. It's very pleasing. Beautiful. I remember seeing that that song when it, and I just thought, gosh, that's just such a vibe, man. Beautiful
Cheers.
and
Cheers.
gorgeous. And the one you did before, can you let everyone know what that was called as well, so we can
Yeah,
still.
yeah. Sure. It was it's a song called Carry You. And that song, do you know, I had a friend, she's an artist,
Mhm.
she's a singer, she's been doing it for a while, longer than me. And in fact, I've been to a ton of her gigs for ages, for ages. And I remember it was a privilege. She said, "Look, Jake, I'm up for coming over, and you can produce a record for me. We can write together." So I said, "Cool." And I remember her coming to my flat at the time, and I remember looking at her, just being like, "Man, you look like you've had the life sucked out of you," you know. And anyway, we did the session. We wrote a great song. It was a great vibe. But then it was like an afterthought. It's like maybe like a month on. I sat down, I played those chords, and I found myself singing a song to her. Where's your smile gone? What have they done? How'd your soul turn so dark? Can I carry you? Um, and then the bridge, I had this bridge idea from maybe like 5, 6 years back, and had never found a home for it. And then I went from that, can I carry you, into if only we could go back to the way things were. Don't you dare let go of the way things were. And that it's just a song for a friend. And I feel like maybe at a time like this where there's such a highlighting of racial and social injustice across the board, um, I feel like it's so easy for us to pull away from each other or to point the finger. But
Mhm.
in actual fact, at a time when people are hurting, the best thing to do is to come close. Um, and to educate, to come close, to be like, yo, man, we were mates before. This thing's obviously been highlighted. How can we get close and be real, authentic mates? And I suppose that song, in the spirit of what's going on socially, that song kind of resonates a little bit for me. It's one of my favorite songs. It's a song for a friend. That's it, really. It's called Carry You.
So beautiful, Jake, and I think that's the thing that we have the power to have that message, that way of having a message to someone, like Sully was even with his mum. Like, these songs are a way for us to sometimes communicate with people. Sometimes we're very good at writing a song, but not always good at having the conversation.
Totally. But yeah, and then the last song is just um, tour life is always glamour. Tour life looks glamorous on the on the gram on Instagram, but you're missing someone at home. Like
Yeah.
if it's your mum, your missus, your boyfriend, you're always going to be missed, and people don't really show that part on Instagram. Um, so yeah, I've decided to write. I've been touring on and off for maybe like 7 years now,
Wow.
and it's been great. It's been a massive privilege, and there's to be able to play a room of 1,000 people in Amsterdam and come home to my hometown and play same size room. Like that's an honor. I remember the first time I played in Europe, it was like maybe like 20 people in a room, somewhere in Germany. And so I've been working my arse off just to get there. But actually, the dark side of that is you miss someone. The more you work, the more you lean into it, the more you're missing someone. And yeah, that's what it's about.
And have you got Jake? Is your show still? It's happening at Bush Hall. Is that right? Is that coming
Yeah,
up?
so we're literally just about to announce this week. I was supposed to tour in April, just gone, and then do a London and then a Swiss show, like as a double headliner this November. But we're going to announce this week that we're moving it to next year.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like you guys are probably like the first ones to know. But I would love if any of you guys are up for coming, I would love to see you there. We're gonna I think they're upgrading the venue, which has been amazing. Just
I'll be there. I'll do the backing vocals.
Me
I'll
too.
I'll
Me
support
too.
you.
Yeah,
I'll be
me
your
too.
intro act.
Back and vocals.
Anything.
oh man,
Anything.
I'll just
I'll
be.
I'll open.
Yeah.
but yeah, we're doing it next year, and well, yeah, yeah, that's it really. That's it, and see how we go.
Well, I'm sure we're going to be giving that a big shout out to everyone who's fallen in with you tonight, Jake. And I'm so glad that things can be rescheduled in that hopeful vein, because people need to hear you, man. So it's beautiful.
You're very kind.
Oh.
Cheers again, eh?
Thanks so much, everyone. So yeah, Jake, thank you so much for being our very special guest, and everybody for just bringing your A star game. There's even like above a level, as I say. Everyone's been wearing their crowns tonight, and I just want to go around again and just thank everyone you've been listening to. The wonderful Hakeem, who's got his lovely band Red Paper Cranes. They've got stuff coming out soon, so please do find out more and support all these amazing people that we're having here tonight. The wonderful Ajwa. That second song, my love, was so important and so relevant. And, clever kids, eh?
Yeah.
We'll see about that in workshop this week. So, beautiful as well. And then Sully, thank you so much, Sully, for your stories and your life and your devotion to that lovely mum of yours, and just so many wonderful. I really get that sense of journey as well for you, and those that have come here to pursue their musical path. That's a huge step as well. I'm so glad you've done that. And to the wonderful Trudy, your path too, and this amazing show. Like all the best with
Thank
that.
you for having me.
We're all, it's just all been wonderful. And of course, Jake, thank you. So, thank you guys. It's been very
Thank you, Ange.
Thank you,
Thank
Ange.
you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Ange,
just want to
for being such a great host.
Yes.
very much. It's an absolute pleasure. I feel massively inspired. You have officially kicked my ass. So thank you guys. I will be going and practicing tomorrow morning. Thank to everyone that's been watching.
I feel like that's the one thing at Songwriters Circle is like after one, you're just so inspired. Like you're high vibrational. You just need to go
Yeah.
on a guitar and like write something because
Yeah.
you're overload.
Yeah, It is. It's always a bit of a game changer these evenings. So I always feel like it's lucky to be on the ride with people and see where it ends up.
I'm gonna have to stick around so that I can like do a master's, so I can maybe get to do one of these live.
Yeah.
Because this was awesome. But I imagine the energy, of us being together.
Well, the energy is incredible for our audience. We hope thank you everyone that's been watching, and those that also get a chance to catch up later. I'm just going to say a quick hi to my children as well, who might still be awake at half term, so like the rules are broken.
Yeah, half term.
Tomorrow morning. But yeah, thank you so much. Thanks to Sophie and Lassa again for everything that you've done to put this together and keep this format going.
Thank you, Lassa.
I think we're done. So, with all the love from ICMP, from ICMP Life, thank you everyone that's been part of the Songwriting Circle. Thank you everyone that's supported us. And please do keep supporting all of the people that you've listened to tonight. We need the love now more than ever. So thanks a lot, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.